I've got my weekly card here, my mindful quote of the week. Another one from Confucius. So this one says, strong minds discuss ideas, average minds discuss events, weak minds discuss people. And then the question on the back of the card is, how much energy have I been investing in talking about each of these three things lately? So very interesting topic, and I have my interpretations of, what Confucius meant by this statement. Um, when it comes to weak minds discuss people, my mind goes to the four agreements, and one of the agreements states to be impeccable with your word. And within that is not to gossip or talk negatively about other people. Now, I'm a human being. I do this. I still do this. However, I've gotten much better about being careful with the things I say and not saying negative things about other people, because you just never know what people are going through. Um, and it really serves nobody any good, and it just brings a negative energy to my world and to whoever I'm talking to about these other people. So I really have been working on that, making a lot of progress toward that. So that's coming up in my life less and less. However, still something I have to be cognizant of and continue to work on. When it says average minds discuss events, I think, I don't know, I don't personally see anything wrong with talking about events. I mean, you can go back and reflect on events that you had gone to or partaken in with other folks, other individuals, and thinking about those great memories that you had. I know I promote events a lot. I'm hosting events, and I have a cash flow game, my first cash flow game coming up this month in person in Santa Ana. Also have my second webinar coming up. Well, I guess next month. It's almost March, but later next month we've got regional, national conference for the real estate group I'm a part of. All sorts of fun things. So I have to talk about these events because these are exciting parts of my life coming up. I think what he's really getting to is the first element here is to focus on, most of your time on discussing ideas. And this is amazing. I mean, this is how we grow. You connect with people, you continue to connect with other people, you continue to network with other people who are at a different stage in their life, have a different life experiences than yourself, and you different life experiences than they have. And so when you so-called mastermind on different topics, different ideas, you bring those minds together, you bring those diverse groups of experiences together, and it really can make magic. Especially if you're talking in an area that folks have a lot of experience in, but again, just that diversity. With real estate, we do this a lot in our group. We have a weekly mastermind, and not only that, but a lot of us talk on the side. I had a conversation a couple weeks ago with one of the guys in our group, Keith Cardinal, and he shared a lot of his insights and knowledge. I gave him some more background on a project I'm working on, and it was extremely helpful. And I hope he appreciated the call too, just to build that relationship together with the two of us and learn from each other. And also, another guy in our group, David Land, great guy. And honestly, he's been a part of our group for a while, and I haven't really talked with him a whole lot until recently. But a couple weeks ago, I reached out. I gave him a call, and what meant to be, I don't know, short 10-minute conversation turned into a 3-hour conversation just about all sorts of things, with life, with business, with real estate, with family, with everything. And then we both really enjoyed that. And so he saw one of my Facebook posts last week, commented on that, and said, "Hey, let's talk about this." And this was regarding where I want to live long term. And he's just a salt of the earth dude. And we got to talking again, probably, I think it was over an hour, this last one. And just really talking about life and what do you look for when you're looking for a place to live, and talking about goals and all these different things. Just amazing conversation, because he again brings different experience, different background, um, to the conversation than when I'm just talking to myself in my own mind, or when I'm putting it on Facebook and hearing people's comments. There's some back and forth, but a lot of it's sort of a one-way stream of information. And so when you have these in-depth conversations, who knows where it ends up taking you. And so so I've been having a lot more of these um, discussions on ideas, and education is a fantastic way where, again, that's a more one-way stream of information where you're soaking in the information, or maybe you're instructing other people and putting that information on the world. But these are ideas we're talking about. And so I love that portion of this quote, that strong minds discuss ideas, because that's really what it's about. We all want to elevate ourselves in our lives. We want to be better, do better. At least I hope that all of you are in the same boat as myself. We want to always continue to work on ourselves and get stronger, get better. And the best way to do that is to collaborate with other people and discuss ideas, whatever is front of mind, and new ideas, new topics. How can we stretch ourselves? If you own a business, how can we take our business to the next level? Are there areas we need to expand in? What's changing in the world around us that we need to adapt to in our business, right? With real estate, like, where are my blind spots? What have I done that's worked? What have I done that hasn't worked? What strategies have I used? What strategies haven't I used, right? For me, a big blind spot really is I'm looking at real estate, and I'm open to opportunities just about anywhere in the US, which is a good thing. I mean, it's good to be open to opportunities, but that's also kind of held me back, because now every time a potential deal pops up, and it could be anywhere, I don't have a team set up in certain locations. If I'm looking anywhere, I can't have people all over the place, at least not right away. It takes time to build that. And so every time I do this, there's just a lot of research that goes into it, a lot of work that goes into it, which is fine, but it takes time away. And so if I focus on, just a couple areas, and I build out the real estate there, really build out the strong team there, and then move somewhere else, right, and then start to expand that way. It's just a different approach, a different philosophy. But for me, I think, that's something that is going to help me, because my big goal this year is to start to scale my real estate portfolio. I have 8 units. I want to add 22 units this year. Previously, I said 12, and I never want to lower my target. Never lower your target. You just increase your activity level, change your activity level. But I actually looked back at it and said, you know what? I want to accelerate some of these other goals I have in my life. And to do that, I need more rental units, or I need more cash flow. It's really a cash flow goal. But if I'm going after my $200 a door that I go after, that's 22 doors that I need to add. And so that's something that I am planning to do this year. And it's very exciting. It's very scary, but it's very exciting. And the fact of the matter is, that could be 22 deals. How the heck are you going to do 22 deals in a year? Well, it's been done. It can definitely be done. But also, it could be one deal. It could be a 22-unit apartment complex. I mean, I was just looking on LoopNet. I know it's like probably not the best place to look, but there are deals on there. And there's a bunch of them, for multifamily in Wisconsin, that are 22 plus units. So it's like, I could do 3 8-unit places. I could do 2 12-unit places. I could do 1 22-unit place, 24-unit place, whatever it is. And the biggest thing is just getting the deals in front of me, running the numbers, having my team in place so that I can have folks walk the property when I'm not there, check it out, look for, hey, how much work is needed. Based on that, rerun the numbers, go out there, find the money to invest in the deal with me, right? Because if I'm buying a 22-unit apartment complex, I don't have that kind of money sitting around. So you have to go out and find the money, right? Obviously, you can use the bank and partner with the bank, but that's going to be, at most 80% loan to value, and you need to come up with the other 20. Well, if this is a couple $1,000,000, that's a couple hundred G's that you got to pull out your ass, and I don't have that. So Therefore, I'm looking for private money. And so that's part of this exercise. But the great thing is, if I can do this, and I know I can, it's not really an if, it's just doing it. Prove to myself I can do it. I got to prove to myself I can do it this year. If I prove to myself I can do a 22 unit apartment complex or just 22 units, however I can make that happen, then to me, that means I'm ready now to grow into the next step of my journey, which would be starting a fund. And that's my 2026 thing. So this year it's 22 units. Next year it's start a fund so I can start adding, 50 units at a time, 100 units at a time, and really just blowing shit up. So I'm super passionate, obviously, about this. If you guys have stuck around for this whole video, props to you, because I went from Mindful Monday to real estate, as a lot of my conversations end up in that space. If you want to get started in real estate investing, reach out to me and let's have a conversation about that. I'm in total open book about what's worked for me, what hasn't, what tools I've dived into, the importance of being a part of a community and having proper education to move yourself forward and learn from the mistakes of others so you don't have huge financial risk. You're just lowering risk mitigation. But to a degree, you have to still take risks or you're never going to actually do a deal. And so there's just a lot of things we can talk about around that. Happy to do that. And if you have questions or comments about this particular quote, what I'm doing with Mindful Monday, shoot them to me, shoot me a message, drop your comments below. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. If you're watching on my business page, go ahead and shoot me a follow, and I'll be posting a lot more there as well. And along with these types of videos, like I said, I'm going to be hosting a lot more events starting in March. Got 2 events there. If anybody's interested in a national conference and is around March 19th to the 22nd, this is going to be in Salt Lake City, Utah, and we've got 20 to 30 of our instructors are going to be there. And it's 3 days of training and excitement and networking, and you get to meet the instructors, you get to meet the CEO, you get to hang out with me and my crew and have a good time. And for my guests, it's $95. Yes, you have to come out there in person, you got to be out there live, and you got to get a hotel, the flight, all that stuff. But the conference itself, 3 full days of amazing content, $95. For me, it's $400. So you guys are getting a slamming deal if you can make this happen, and that includes dinner and a t-shirt. So anyways, reach out if that's something you'd be interested in. Maybe that's just a way for you to see if, hey, is real estate something for me? And if it is, let's get you going. You want to get on this now. You don't want to wait until, the more you wait, the more you can keep pushing it out, and there's just never going to be at the right time. So take action now, at least give it a chance, see if this is something that could be for you and could be something that you want to get a little more involved in. And then let's make it happen.